In my first video I demonstrated the gear you need to start fishing, and I chose this 3 leader telescopic whip, which cost £8.50 with a rig and a disgorger. Now unfortunately, with the cheaper whips, they almost invariably come with a little eye glued to the end. Focus in. Need to zoom right in. Get it nice and clear. Okay. These are a pain. So what I want to do today is to show you how to attach a quick change Stomfo attachment to the whip to make taking your rigs on and off easy. So first of all, to make life easy, we'll take this tip section out. To do that, you just simply unscrew the button on the end or pull the plug cap off, whatever it has, and remove the tip section. Now, for this you'll need a few items. You need a pair of pliers, that's to cut this ring off. Then you either need a junior hacksaw, or in my case a 3-cornered file, which is what I prefer. If you use a junior hacksaw, you need to put a bit of tape round, a bit of insulating tape around it to stop the fibres splintering. So you also need a scrap of sandpaper, abrasive paper of some description, glue to attach the new tip on. I prefer Araldite in the Rapid. You can use super glue, but fishing rods get wet and super glue gets weakened by immersion in water. The last thing you want is to have a fish pull the connector off the end, so I always use Araldite. And last but not least, you need a quick change connector. Need to zoom in for this. I picked up a couple of these from my local tackle shop because I wasn't sure what size, but generally what you should do is take your whip into the tackle shop, and good tackle shops will have them in various sizes and they will find the correct size. So all they are is a little sleeve, is a little tube with a sliding sleeve over it that you can push backwards and forwards to expose a hook. Put your rig in, close it up, job done. So first step, remove the offending ring off the end. I'm going to use a pair of pliers, like so, and just cut it off, like that. Now that has a bit of wire which goes down usually about a centimetre or so inside the end. And what we want to avoid doing is cutting back too much of the whip. Trim this off a bit neater. There we are. So now we'll take the Stomfo and offer it up for size. Well, it's a little bit big, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this back. Now to do this, I have piece of scrap wood and a 3-cornered file. Hold it down there and just file through it. As you can probably hear, there is still a bit of metal in there. just snap that off, a bit of emery, and try again. So offer it up for size. You want to avoid cutting too much back because you need to keep the bendy tip on the whip, because it's the only shock absorber between you and the fish. So what we'll do is we'll just take your abrasive paper and key the surface. That's just purely to give the glue a better grip on it. Don't sand anything other than the paint. Do not go into the material. So, try again. Offer it up. And I think that will do. So next step is just to mix up some glue. You only need a very small quantity. This is 2-pack for those who aren't familiar with it, so you mix the 2 tubes together. So you literally need just the tiniest little dab. Try and get an equal quantity. One's the resin, the other one is the hardener. There we go. Take a bit of scrap wood, a matchstick, I don't know, anything like that will do. In my case, I have an old float top. Just mix it together. Make sure it's mixed nice and properly. Take a little dab of the glue. Place it on the end of the pole. Do not put too much on, you don't need a huge amount. Araldite is tremendously strong. Then take your connector, simply slide it over, tidy up the glue around the edge, and the job is finished. Now I'm absolutely hopeless at DIY, as my wife will no doubt testify. It's best not to ask me to do things, but even I can do this, so anybody can do this, and that's it, job done. This stuff sets in 5 minutes, so there we have it. And in future, to change rigs, all you'll do is slide back that little collar, put your line in it and slide the collar forward again. One word of caution, be careful with the glue. Do not get any on the sliding collar, otherwise it will be glued in place permanently and be useless. So there you go. If you do this, this will make your fishing so much easier. And there we have it, it's as simple as that. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you and made your fishing easier. So, catch you again soon. Bye for now.